Yeah, hello, madam. I'm good. Thank you for asking. What about you?
I'm also good. Can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. So my name is Sai Krishna. I'm from Hyderabad, Telangana state. If I talk about my education background, I did completed my masters in computer science, Usman University campus. It's located Hyderabad. So as my profession, so earlier days I used to work in freelancing in private banking sector. Mostly I would like to interact with the clients, customers to resolving their loans regarding queries. So I'm helping with that. So right now, so I'm preparing my software job, so technologies, and simultaneously I'm polishing my English, enhancing speaking skills. So if I talk about my hobbies, I would like to watch cricket, play table tennis, yeah, badminton. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, very good to hear about you. Let me introduce myself.
Yeah.
My name is Pallavi Dhingra and I'm an English trainer by profession. I have been teaching online from last 10 years and I really love if somebody improves through my teaching. And about my hobbies, I really love shopping. This is all about me.
Yeah, nice to hear, man. Nice to hear. Yeah.
Okay, so what is your purpose of learning English? Why you want to
Yeah. So basically, I'm a completely mother tongue. I did completed my entire education in my mother tongue medium. It's called Telugu. So after I got a seat in campus, as a MSc computer science student. So that time I unable to speak English. I unable to understand the English concept at all. Like the lectures give the topics and lectures. That time also I unable to understand. So that time so in my initial days, I used to go college regularly, but all of a sudden what happened it is so I enables to understand the concern. That time that it is waste. I think in my point for the time I'm wasting my time. So basically I'm sports person. So mostly I spend my time in ground only, like outdoor. So after completing after pandemic, so I'm looking for a job that time. So most of the companies they are conducting in online calls and face to face interviews in English only. So I attempt 9 or 8 interviews. So I got rejected because of my poor English communication. While explaining myself, while explaining myself, or yeah, while convey myself about subject. So that time I'm facing some issues. So I got stuck all of a sudden. So they are thinking like, so I don't know the subject, I don't know the English communication that time. So then I prepared some government exams. Very recent time worked as a freelancing in banking sector. So I think this is my second month. I think completely 32nd day. I think I'm very focused on to active like consistency in English or learning and speaking. I think this is my 18th third week in a Skype platform in through video calls.
Okay,
Yeah.
that is really good to hear, and I'm so happy that you're so punctual and you remembered the exact days when you are
Yeah.
preparing for something. This is really appreciable.
Yeah.
Rather, I sometimes don't count the particular things.
Yeah,
This
because of I'm spending, see, in my point of view, if I spend some time, if I spend some money, I think it's a worth. In my point of view, I spend some time, I involve somewhere and some scrap. I'm not utilizing those time or those money or whatever it is. So I think completely it's worthless. So that's what, my parents every time used to say like that. So if you spend some amount by buying clothes and anywhere, like whatever it is, to doing something. So before doing that, before I check once and twice.
Okay, this is really good that you have such kind of mindset and your parents really inculcate very good moral values within you. So appreciable. Okay, so like you have started learning English just 3 weeks back, is it?
Yeah, yes. Like this is my third week in through Skype. Before I'm using I used to audio applications like it's called Speakify and English Buddy, that kind of. So later on I search in YouTube, like no, most of the YouTubers they are putting some thumbnails like if you are passionate to learn English, speak English, then you must and should watch the video. You become a fluent in 30 days, 60 days, like kind of. So that time I used to watch videos like how learners co-learners they are approaching the YouTubers. So that time I think and I drop a comments in the videos. I one of the, yeah, some some viewers or subscriber, they respond my comment, they are explain about this kind of application. I don't have proper job, that's what I'm looking for free of cost sessions. So I think in across world and mostly our Indians, they are they are some good heart to teach new learners. Yeah, most of the people not asking money. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Got your point. And so you think like in 3 weeks, are you better like when you started and the time now? Do you think that are you better than before?
Yes, yes, yeah, of course. So
How
what happened is,
do
before I'm connecting with, my initial, like, I think in my Skype, in this my initial days also, I used to connect with the people in audio calls only. Most of the YouTubers, they are dropping messages like, yeah, I'm a YouTuber. If you're okay, I'm going to record the session and uploading my channel. So that time I'm like, I got some hesitation. So I'm very new to these platforms. Like while communicating with others in front of through video call, so a bit shy type of that in my initial times. So and also I'm having some habitat, like leg shaking, nail biting, some tension, like I got some sweat on my face that time. So right now I overcome all things, all issues.
Okay, so now you are a bit relaxed. You could
Yes.
overcome your fear. At the end, like by your talk, I can just make a conclusion, making the long story short, that you come out of your fear by talking and interacting with people. Is it?
Yes, you are right. Yeah.
Okay, all right, I got it. And apart from like talking to the people, are you doing anything else also these days?
Sorry, pardon. I didn't get your words.
Like apart from talking to people, are you doing anything else also these days?
Yeah. So as of now, I said like I would like to watch cricket. Like most of the Indian people, they used to watch a cricket like a Hindi commentary or some mother tongue commentary. So I am very different. I used to watch a cricket like English commentary. So I'm following some for podcast like Beer Biceps and Oak Tree, the Island Show. Like so in my point of view, I follow one a native speakers channel, podcast channel, and I follow to or a Indian podcast like so oak tree and beer bicep. Sometimes I used to watch some small stories, some related like local stories like those translate to in English and daily vlogging channels. Yeah.
Okay, all right, very good to hear that. I totally understand and I appreciate your efforts working towards your goal of learning English. So, do you have any questions, anything you want to ask from me?
Yeah, as a learner, so I have one question, like not one, I have more and more questions, but right now, so I am asking like there is any best practices. So apart from this, say I'm following those, I think listening, I would like to follow a listening practice. So if there is any other best practices, is there to improving or gaining new vocabulary words, so sentences, like kind of, there is any other channels or any books?
Okay, see, I suggest you something. You can even, after the call, I will be sharing you the link. You can even subscribe to my channel.
Sure.
And from there, you will get a lot of tips about how to work more as you're asking me the tips. So you can just, there are videos of like 10 minutes, 5 minutes or so, and you can watch and you will find tons of way how to improve. And
Yeah.
apart from just a moment. Okay, so I just suggest you some way outs. What you can do, it is for vocabulary. For vocabulary, what you can do daily, you can learn 2 to 3 words, and those words you try to use it in your daily speech. Because if we will learn, we tend to forget at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But if you will keep on repeating those words, you will always memorize them. And how? Just learn those words that you wonder you will be using in your daily life. And also, there is one activity that I suggest. Let me share you my screen and I share that activity with you. Can you see my screen share?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm typing a word. Can you read that word for me? What's
Yeah,
written?
yeah, reading. Yeah, it's
What's the
reading.
last letter of the word reading?
Sorry.
What is the last letter of the word reading?
Yeah, you said like you mean say like alphabet.
Yeah, last
Yeah,
letter. Yes, the last letter.
Z. It's Z.
Now, can you tell me any word that begins from G?
Yeah, gaming, games, gaming,
Gaming, I take it. Now,
games.
gaming,
Yeah,
what's the last letter?
yeah, it's Z again Z.
Can you tell me
Yeah,
any other word with G?
yeah, group.
Group. Okay, what's the last letter of the word group?
It's a P.
Okay, can you tell me any other word with P?
Yeah, it's a people.
People. Okay. Now, what's the last letter?
Yeah, it's E.
Can you tell me any word with E?
Yeah, it's a it starts to English.
Very good. Okay, so do you understand what activity we are doing over here?
Yeah. Like like chain system, like kind of like ends with a one alphabet, then we start again word, then we are like what's chain activity like that.
Word chain activity.
Yeah,
Okay, we also call it as vocabulary enhancement activity, and this activity really helps you to improve your vocabulary a lot. As I tell you, you learn two words and then use them. This is a good approach, but this activity will help you to run a lot of words in your mind.
yeah.
Also, we call it as like brain sharpening exercise because it really helps you to sharpen your memory and so that you can learn new words. And apart from this, your brain keeps on working well because
Yeah,
some people say we tend to forget the things, but by doing this activity you will not be able to forget the things. This also comes under personality development. This activity, apart from this, your both the sides of the brain will keep on working well, and you can daily do this for 2 to 3 minutes for good results. And whenever you are in a stressful situation, you are like you have studied so much and you feel now I'm getting so much of stress, so what you can do this activity for 2 to 3 minutes, and you will see your stress will be relieved and your concentration will be increased and your vocabulary will improve for sure.
yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Yeah,
Okay,
and
this is something you can do. Yes.
yeah, and also like see, I'm looking like I'm preparing for interviews. Like most of the MNCs, like a software companies, that the interview panel, like those are like in the HR manager, team leader, they are sitting inside a room. So that time how like how can we like behave like this? Say for example, nowadays every company conducting like online sessions like a video call. So like my question it is like how do I behave in front of those they are in good profession, like the good like good designation. So right now I'm talking with someone like as a stranger, but if profession is very different, profession is very different. So yeah, that is my question.
See, I tell you, first of all, always remember English is just a language,
Yeah,
nothing else. It has nothing to do with your personality. Only we people, they have kept in our mind that yes, if we know English, only then we are good people or we are able to express yourself well. First of all, have positive thought in your mind while communicating with the interviewer, and you don't have to behave any different, just being normal. Have positive thought in your mind and give your interview.
yeah,
Most of the time, what happens? Suppose you are speaking. You have this fear that the interviewer is better than you. He speaks good English. He is
yeah,
speaking at this level and you are speaking at this level. This is your fear at that time.
yeah, yeah,
And but you are very good in your like in your skill set, but you do not know how to express that. It
yeah,
happens with many people. You are not alone. So how
yeah,
to come out of it is by, before attempting, before going for the interview, a night before or 3 4 days before, stand in front of the mirror and model it.
yeah,
Model it like you must know, like interviewers, they would be asking like similar questions, 15 20 questions. Nowadays content is available free in the world of AI. Yes, so
yeah,
you can just ask like interview questions related to your job profile. You can pen down those questions and just stand in front of the mirror and speak and reply to those answers. So
yeah,
then you can judge it out what you are speaking, and in this way you will not be fearful at all. Not be
yeah,
fearful.
yeah,
Because what happens, suppose you are in the front of the interviewer. You
yeah,
know that I have to say this, I have to say that, but you didn't practice that. And you
yeah,
simply practice in front of the interviewer. Then it
yeah,
becomes a troublesome situation. So you
yeah.
practice beforehand 4 to 5 times before attempting for the interview. And surely you are going to crack it.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Yeah,
Yeah, this is
yeah,
really powerful. By standing in front of the mirror, practice, and even you can memorize few answers according by fitting into your situation, so that it appears to be natural. It doesn't appear that yes, you have learned those answers, so it appears to be natural. You can write it down and you can prepare. You are already so focused about it, you already prepare and you manage your things well. From today onwards, you can take like 3 to 4 questions daily.
Yeah. Okay,
Start
ma'am.
introduction, like why you are applying for this job, what all things you know, especially about your skill set. You said you know everything about your job. You mentioned just 5 6 minutes back, but you don't know
Yeah.
how to express it. So you write it down, and if you feel you're not good enough, you can just put it on Chat GPT and
Yeah.
ask GPT to check. I think you are good in technology.
Yeah.
Yes, so in this way you can prepare. But what you are doing at the moment, you are actually practicing in front of the interviewer. That is bringing you down.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yes, so
Yes.
practice and surely you will be better.
Yeah.
Okay, any other thing, any other question if you have?
Yeah. So while communicating with any others, like in front of like a good expert and a good master and good life coach or English coach, so that time what happened, it is like they are using very new vocabulary, like sometimes in like as a student, like and like we are using very general, like general 60 to 70% like normal words, like general words. So whoever like expert like you, they are you like using like very deeply, not like meaning is very same, meaning is very same, like similar, but thing is when other person asking anything about like I know the about answer, but in point it is like I'm thinking only the word, that time I'm facing some hesitation, like some I got some stuck. For example, you are using any very advanced word or some deeply word, same reason, same meaning, but I don't know about
Have
that.
you
So
used
I know.
any,
Sorry.
have you noticed I use any good vocabulary word according to you that you got triggered and you got stuck?
Yeah, I think you are using like I think 2 or 3 words, but I can't remember those. I think
So
you are using.
communication goes smooth. Understand very important thing. Also, you watch my recent video. I think I uploaded it yesterday. Importance of communication. You will come out of this myth that you have in your mind. See, you said I use the words, but the communication goes fine with me.
Yeah.
Why? I just said in that video yesterday, I uploaded, and today also I'm saying, and also to the viewers who are watching my video, that what is the purpose of communication? See, why I am speaking, because you are listening. Why you are speaking? Because I am listening. So we do not speak for ourselves, we speak for the other person in front.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the purpose of the communication is only solved when the other person can understand us well. So I'm using all the fancy words, but you are getting stuck. You are not able to continue the conversation. So my usage of all the fancy words is waste.
Yes.
But
Yes. You're
if
right.
the conversation goes well and you are happy and we are interacting, so my communication skills are good enough, whether I'm using advanced word or I'm not using. So I prefer to go as per the flow of the person in front of me. And
Yeah.
this you should also keep in mind. See,
Yeah.
we cannot change everybody. You cannot ask the other person who is speaking good words and you do not know those words that why you speaking good words, I'm getting triggered. But prepare in your mind. The purpose of the communication is that the conversation should keep on going. And if anybody is using fancy words and you feel you get triggered, take this thought out of your mind.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
think in your mind that I should not get triggered and I should make the conversation going, because it is not at all important. Only if you use fancy words, your communications are good enough. You watch all my videos, I never use very fancy words. Never.
Sure. Sure. Sure,
Never.
ma'am. Definitely.
Just observe. And actually, a person is a good, suppose you are giving interview. Okay,
Yeah.
and you gave the interview, and over there, the interviewer doesn't understand your fancy words, then your
Yeah.
interview is of no use. And
Yeah.
if interviewer is saying something and you do not understand, then the interviewer's speech is also of no use. And you notice interviewers, they never do this thing.
Yes.
Only
Yes.
for those who try to be a bit like over smart or so, or might be, I won't say this way, or I can
Yeah.
say it is in their habit also, they do it.
Yeah.
But a
Yeah.
good communicator will never do this, because
Yes.
good communicator, whether it is in English or Hindi or in any language, so a good communicator knows the purpose of the communication is that the conversation keep on going and the other person feel relaxed by talking to you. So remember this thought and don't get triggered if you're wondering the other people are using very fancy vocabulary. I told you this word chain activity, if you will be doing, you will also start using very fancy vocabulary. It's not that you do not know the words, but they are not in your mind because they are not in the regular practice.
Yeah.
Yes, do this. And one more suggestion I want to give you, think in English all the time. Like whatever you have to do, think in English. Like right after the class, after a session, you might be having your dinner or something. Don't think in your mother language. Think like, yes, I will have my breakfast, I will have my dinner, then I will do this, then I will do. Talk to yourself in English. You do not need anybody. See, even in my house, nobody speaks English. In India, nobody speaks English at home. Yes. So how I talk to myself.
Yeah.
Now I'm teaching, but earlier also, if I'm not teaching, then I now my brain is programmed in such a way. If any thought comes in my mind, it comes in English. So you should program your mind in such a way. And how you can do conscious efforts for 3 to 4 months, but you have to think in English. You have to think in English, and after that, it will become your hobby, like your habit, not hobby. I will say your habit to think in English.
Yeah.
And this is really powerful. And after that, you never have to struggle anywhere in your life. Throughout your life, your English will be good enough if your thoughts are in English. See, whatever your thoughts are in mother language, but you want to speak English out of your mouth, so it's not possible.
Yeah.
If your thoughts are in English, then only English will come best out of your mouth. And don't wonder that only if you're using fancy words, your English is good enough. Don't run for those. Nowadays, the things for English have changed. There are a lot other things that a person needs to consider apart from vocabulary words.
Yeah.
Okay? I
Yes.
hope it helps.
Yeah, sure. Definitely I should follow these all methods and tips. See, like I think I started yesterday also. Like I'm thinking like, like before I'm like thinking like in my mother tongue is Telugu and Hindi. So very recent time I'm thinking like, and yesterday night I used to watch a cricket like Indian semi-final. That time, the Hardik Pandya used to speak and the Akshar Patel used to speak. Those are Indian cricketers. They don't know English. I think Hardik Pandya studied only ninth standard or 8th standard. Because of he is having an environment speaking English, most of their coaches, like, the supporting staff, they are from other countries, like foreigners. So, and also they having I think I saw one video about Hardik Pandya, how to become a good in English, expert in like a fluent in English. He revealed that. So every time he used to listen English music, he used to watch English movies and English content only, English content only. Like and I think it's upon like our efforts. I think in my point of our efforts, it's like who wanna become a fluent in English, who wanna become a good in English. So that time must and should be like we spend some amount of time in a day, like regularly.
So that's why I say do the things in English and English will become your habit.
Yeah, sure.
Okay?
Yeah, ma'am.
All right. We will see you then
Yeah,
afterwards. When you have improved your skills a lot, a better version of yourself, then we will surely connect.
definitely, ma'am. Yeah.
Okay? All right.
Thank you for responding my messages and I'm very glad to connect with you and I think it's a very enthralling conversation with you. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. Bye.
Yeah, bye, ma'am. Yeah, take care.
Okay.